Welcome back to another round of Dead by Daylight. We're playing a killer round, this time as the pig. And let's take a look at what we're going to be playing with. We have nurses calling too to help us find survivors when and if we actually are able to injure them when they're healing. Barbecue and chili, which will allow us to see survivors further away from us than 40 meters once we hook somebody. Again, if we hook somebody. Discordance, which will let us see when more than one survivor is working on a generator. And we have Hex Ruin, unfortunately, only tier 1. But that will regress generators as long as that totem is up whenever I can kick them off. Add-ons, we have the bag of gears to increase the time it takes them to search the jigsaw boxes and decrease the time it takes for me to put the trap on their head, and razor wires, which will increase skill check odds when they're interacting with the box. Pig is somebody we like because of her stealth abilities, and she's a killer I've enjoyed playing. I don't use the ambush attack all terribly much, but she's fun. Like I said, the stealth ability helps. The bear traps are fun. Bear traps not designed to kill as much as they are to slow the game down. So if I can get to somebody early, get a trap on their head, that's time that they're going to be using to look for a jigsaw box to get that trap off instead of doing generators. So between that and hopefully Ruin, we can put a little bit of early pressure on. When I have my good games as the pig, that's what usually ends up happening. I will be able to get a little bit of pressure on them. I'll be able to force them to do things other than repair generators, which gives me an opportunity. As a killer that's not very good and is still learning how to play, it gives me an opportunity to slow the game down, to get a little bit more chance to find people, to hook people, and turn the tide in my favor. The longer the game goes, it's going to be in the killer's benefit pretty much all the time. So it's in my best interest to do whatever I can to slow things down. So we'll see if we're going to be able to do that. Killer rounds with me can be hit or miss. They can either be very good or they can be not so good. We'll find out which one of those this is actually going to be as we're on the Shelter Woods McMillan Estate map. It's a dark map, so it's good for Piggy when she's on the dark map. And we go right into crouching right off the bat. I'd like to find a setup that I feel like I can defend. I'm waiting basically for Discordance to pop off, and I'm hoping, if I'm lucky, it will pop off at an area that is not too far away from me. Or is it possible that everybody is on separate generators, the furthest away from where I checked? Nope. And, well, there we go. Discordance popping off about as far away from me as possible. So we're going to get out of that crouch for a minute, at least to make up a little bit of ground. That's a long way away. All right, now we're going to get into crouch mode. We're going to see if we can sneak up on somebody here. Oh, hi there. Well, we weren't able to sneak up on them the way we wanted to. Oh, that should have connected. Well, that's a terrible aggravation right off the bat. Yeah, I see you over here. Oh, I could have almost caught you in that window right there. I see that generator being worked on. That's awesome. This person's going right where the totem is. Perfect. So either they're going to know that Ruin is there, or everybody is going to know Ruin's there, depending on who's playing with who. That generator is done. Yep. This is about as bad a start. Again, when you play killer, it's really in your best interest to get somebody down early. It's in your... That time we got them going through. All right. They were kind enough to come to the basement for us, so we're going to go ahead and get a nice little trap on their head. That generator over there, which is probably one we would have liked. Oh, hi. Nope. That right there That right there, folks, tells me I'm playing against at least 2 people on a team, because there's absolutely no way that there's no way that she ran to this shack. No way she ran to this shack purely out of accident with that survivor on the, yeah, there's no way. All right, I don't like, yep, I don't like tunneling, but you know, so what's gonna happen is somebody's gonna go to pick her up. Yeah. How about we go after you? Hello? Come here, you. Oh, you crawled a long way. So again, absolutely. Yeah, I would love for you to block. Your bot, you're the one who's injured, so. Yeah, you right there. I would love to get my hands on you. Oh, and they disconnected, really. Why would 2 people have disconnected in this game? Now, I have had some disconnect issues in some previous games. All right, let's go ahead and make something perfectly clear here. I did not camp that girl. All right, we're gonna talk about this as soon as I hook this person. Because they're gonna be dead on hook because the other person is dead on hook. We're going to assume that they can't Kobe off, and they can't, and they're dead. So let's talk about the 2 people that disconnected there. I have had some issues with some disconnects. Okay? I've had some recent issues with some disconnects that have not really been very pleasant. And in those disconnect issues, it may be game related. It's possible it may be internet related. I actually had somebody that's coming out to look at things on my end to make sure it's not on my end, that it's a game end. Because it was some very weird disconnects that was showing me escaping and surviving. My guess is I was playing against the team. And the reason I'm guessing I was playing against the team is because when I knocked this person down, when I nailed this Nia and they went down in a heap and I trapped them, immediately this person over here came over there to drop the pallet in the killer shack. And I had to climb through, I downed her through a window. I had to climb through a window, put the trap on her head, and was picking her up. And it is not a coincidence that this Kimura right here was there to try to drop the pallet, to try to stun me, to have her come out of my hands. There's no way in the world she would have known that she was basically getting a trap and was down in the killer shack unless this player had told this player. So these two people were absolutely working together. And again, I don't have a problem with that. That's perfectly okay. My guess is these two people were with them also. And we're going to look at some of the perks. Leader, Prove Thyself, and Bond on this particular character right here. And I'll have to go back and look in the lobby to see if there was even I assume there was a Dwight in the lobby. These perks right here work very well when you're with a team. This is one where you want to get multiple people on a generator to repair that sucker quickly. And, you know, Leader improves your healing, your cleansing, anything else, sabotaging, anything else you're doing when you have people within range. And Bond, of course, helps let you know all your teammates are in range. When you play solo, these are not necessarily the best perks to be playing. If you look at these perks, these are not the perks that you necessarily want to be playing. These are perks you want to play when you're playing with a team. So that tells me this person, and also then by default, this person who also had Decisive Strike, which you see a lot on these team outfits, that these two people were with these two people in that particular lobby. Now I feel like there were only 3 people in the game to start, and a 4th person showed up, so I may be mistaken that all 4 of them were together. Maybe one of them wasn't, but again, was this internet issues? That's possible, but for 2 people, and to do that after I was chasing an injured person and had downed this person, who again crawled quite a ways away from the killer shack, and they knew exactly where to go to try to pick him up. I did not camp her. I did not camp her. I did not tunnel her. I found her. I left her down to chase this person, and absolutely did not tunnel or camp her. And these two decided that, well, things looked like the tide might have been turning at that point, because she was down and she was about ready to go down, and they decided to quit, is my guess on this. So, you know, again, I have no problem. I have no problem at all with people who play as a team. Like I said, I play with a friend all the time. If you've watched my Survivor rounds, I do that on a regular basis. What I have a problem with is if you're playing as a team and things don't go your way, you decide to just quit. You know, hey, I don't know what that says other than for you guys, I guess when things get rough, you decide just to check out when things aren't going your way as a group. So much for this round, but you know what? I'll take it. We get 2 kills, and we get 2 people who were, like I said, are the types that give up when things aren't going 100% the way they want it to. So, sorry guys. Maybe you'll find someone even worse than me in your next lobby. I find that hard to believe, but we can hope for your sake, or you're not going to be playing in very many games. On that note, we're going to end this episode. Please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and keep checking back with us for new videos on a daily basis. Until the next time, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in our next Dead by Daylight.